Hello and welcome to a new video, and today we are traveling by tram, and that's not just any tram line, it's the longest tram line in the world. We are in Belgium and we're traveling from Zeebrugge to the Panne, and here you can see our route today on the map. So I'm showing you almost the full length of the Kusttram, which means coastal tram, and here we can see the arrival of our tram. The Kusttram is operated by the line and they are using CAF Urbus 100 trams, and they are pretty new. They started to use them in 2019 and they replaced all the trams of the series 6000. There are a few of them left. We saw one still in operation during our tram ride, but most of the trams are now the new ones, the Urbus 100. The line of the Kusttram is 67 kilometers long with 67 stops in between, and it's running almost the full length of the Belgian coast. It's starting in Knokke, which is about 6 kilometers away from the border with the Netherlands, and it's going to the Panne, which is directly at the border with France. And it's connecting many big cities like Knokke, Zeebrugge, Blankenberge, Ostend, Nieuwpoort and the Panne, and many others in between. And it has several direct connections to the regular rail network of Belgium. Just like right now we passed Blankenberge, and there you have a direct connection to the Belgium railway with a connection to Bruges. The first part of our tram ride will not be directly at the coast. There will be always the dunes and buildings in between, but as soon as we left Ostend, the tram line is directly at the beach. So as I said, there are multiple connections with the Belgium railway. Direct connections are available in Knokke, Blankenberge, Ostend and the Panne, and also in Zeebrugge you have the possibility to change to the train, but there you need to walk a bit. Zeebrugge does have two different stations. If the station Zeebrugge Dorp is in use, then you can use the station Zeebrugge Stationsweg, which is just a few meters away from the station. If SNCB is using the station Zeebrugge Beach or Strand, which they are doing mostly in the summer, then it's a bit further to walk to the next tram station, but it's still possible. I will show you the interior of the tram later on, because the tram was quite full, as it's very popular, because there are no other train connections that connect the coastal cities. If you want to take the train, you will always need to make a detour, for example via Bruges or other cities in the inner country of Belgium. If you want to travel the direct way, you can only take the Kusttram, and that's why the trams are quite full most of the time. Meanwhile, we reached Ostend, which is the biggest city on the line, and it is one of three areas on this tram line where the tram can take two different routes, because there are three parts where we are crossing a lock, and if this lock is in use, they need to open a bridge so that the ship can go into the lock. There's a bridge on both sides of the lock, and then the tram will make a detour and take the other bridge. So even if one of the bridges need to be opened, there is still a connection for the tram. That is mostly used in Zeebrugge because they're a part of the inner port, which is highly frequented by big ships, is connected with a lock to the North Sea, and if this lock is in use, then they need to open a bridge and the tram needs to make a detour via the other bridge. now we are leaving Ostend. You saw the station in Ostend, so there you have a perfect connection with many important train lines. As Ostend is a big and important station, there you have many connections to the rest of Belgium. Just whilst we were here, the station was completely disconnected from the rail network of Belgium, as there were some constructions taking place and the whole train traffic was replaced by buses, but usually you have a perfect connection. And now we left Ostend and now we are reaching the beach. Now we can finally see the North Sea from the tram window. We are actually going for quite a long time directly at the end of the beach with a perfect view of the beach and the ocean. We can enjoy this view for the whole stretch from Ostend to Middelkerke. There's also an airport, Ostend Bruges International Airport, which you can also reach by tram. It's also a few hundred meters to walk, but it's kind of connected with the Kusttram. And on the other side of the tram you can also see a few remains of the World Wars. And here we are now in Middelkerke. There used to be a casino, it's currently replaced by a new one, and after that we are passing these huge buildings which are unfortunately blocking the view. I don't think these buildings are too beautiful, but they are quite common here in Belgium and they are mostly directly at the beach. And now we are slowly reaching Lombardszijde, and in Lombardszijde there has been a change. Just a few years ago the tram here got a new route which is a bit shorter. And here in Lombardszijde there is also a museum, the Westfront Museum, which is a memorial of the West Front of the First World War that ended here in Neupaart and Lombardszijde. And then soon after we arrive in De Panne, the last city of the Kusttram. Here in De Panne the trams ended until 1998, and since then they are going a bit further to the train station of De Panne. And now we can also finally take a look inside the tram. As you see, it is equipped just like a very normal tram. Nothing special about it, it just looks like any tram in any city. So it does not have a different interior, no seats that are more comfortable, and very important to know, if you want to take the full line from Knokke to De Panne, which will take you more than 2 hours, there is no toilet on the tram, because it's not too common that people are staying for the full length of the tram line. So most people just use it like a normal tram line, and therefore there are no toilets on board. And this is the second to last station of the line. It's the station Plopsaland at the big amusement park Plopsaland De Panne, which has a roller coaster that was recently named the best roller coaster of Europe. So this is also very interesting, and it has a perfect connection with the rest of Belgium, as there is a tram station right in front of the main entrance. And just a few hundred meters later we arrive at the final station, the Panne Station, and there the tram line ends and we can change here to the regular railway. And as you can see, that's working perfectly fine, because you can change on the same platform from the tram to the train. And here we can take one final look into the new Urbus 100 trams of CAF that are now running the Kusttram. And that's it for this video. I hope it was interesting for you and hope you liked the video. Here you can see when my next video will be uploaded and the name of the song. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider to comment, like, share the video link or subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video.